Hi, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic, and thank you for joining me for day 11, where we are going to make some wooden wrapped presents. Just going to show you the source of my inspiration. Look how gorgeous these look. These are actually for sale on Etsy, and of course I wanted to put my own little spin on this. And luckily for me, my husband had some wooden offcuts in the garage. So there's a piece of plywood, which is the square piece, and there's also this long strip as well. I have got this old broken reef that's been in the family for years. Absolutely adore it, but it broke last year. So I'm going to use the flowers from that, and because of the gold colours in that, I've decided to use yellow ribbon for my Christmas decoration. I think it's a nice modern twist on a Christmas decoration, and luckily for me, as you can see, I've got widths of this ribbon in my stash. So I'm just checking out the sizes. No surprise, this wider one is going to fit on this bigger piece. I'm simply going to cut that to length and then stick it down with some good old sellotape. That's as simple as I'm going to do. It's me the option to repurpose these pieces of wood if I don't like the final outcome of it. So what you've not seen on camera is me trying to whitewash these pieces of wood. As you saw from the inspiration, they were quite white, but because these were quite very pale new pieces of wood anyway, I did do a bit of whitewash, but it didn't really cover it that much. So obviously bear that in mind as well. If you wanted that weathered effect, that be a good idea to put a whitewash, just watered down acrylic paint and then some sandpaper it over afterwards. But I quite like this colour scheme, and this fits in with the wood colour in my house. Now in terms of these flowers, I am just really now at this point just checking it out for size. You want to make sure that the proportions are pretty good, if that's the right way to describe it. I don't want the flowers, the arrangement to be too big and it's too overwhelming for this parcel that we're trying to create, and I don't want it too small either, it will be lost on this. So I really want to have a good mix from the flower size point of view and probably not cover more than a quarter of it in the mix. I've got my hot glue gun on the go, and what I'm doing now is just fixing some of these pieces together with that hot glue gun. Now obviously thinking of nature and flowers, you would usually get a good mix. They're not all the same size, so I'm using a mix of the different flowers that's on the reef. Big ones, smaller ones, medium-sized ones, just mix it up so it looks a bit more natural. Now I am only going to show you one of these as I do them because it's so simple and the process is exactly the same. Wrapping it in the ribbon horizontally and vertically, and then just applying that hot glue gun to fix it on. Now if you do change your mind, the hot glue gun, the glue will flick off later and then you can sand it down so it won't damage the wood, but if it does in any way, you can always use the reverse side of that piece of wood. So that's the first one finished. I'm going to show you the end products as well. What I decided to do, which wasn't on the inspiration as you can see here, is actually add some gift tags, because the idea of this little ornament and home decor is to make it look like these are parcels, and it's not a parcel without a nice fancy gift tag, is it? So what I've done is use some old cut apart sheets from an old collection, I think it was last year's collection, again in similar tones in the golds, and added them on with a little bit of ribbon, and I think they look pretty cute. I'm going to show you here the close-ups of each of them separately. Were quick to make and it took me probably about 30 minutes to do both of them, so I hope it's going to inspire you to give it a try as well, and I hope you come back and see me tomorrow. It's our last day tomorrow, it's Christmas Eve, so I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.